The chapter we are going to study today is rectangular coordinates, straight lines, and pair of straight lines, a few multiple choice questions. Let us look at the first question. If x1, y1, x2, y2 are the ends of the hypotenuse of a right-angled isosceles triangle, then the third vertex we have to find. You can see the diagram I have drawn here. The ends of the hypotenuse, that is A, is given as x1, y1 and B, x2, y2. But we don't know the third vertex C. So in order to find the third vertex C, the formula is for x coordinate, we have to take x1 plus x2 plus or minus y1 minus y2 by 2. And y coordinate, y1 plus y2 minus or plus x1 minus x2 by 2. Coming to a problem where we can use this formula. Let us take the right angle triangle with the ends of the hypotenuse A as 2, 0 and B as 0, 2. Now we are finding the third vertex C. So I will take x1 plus x2, that is 2 plus 0, plus or minus y1 minus y2, that is 0 minus 2 by 2. And then y1 plus y2, that is 0 plus 2 minus or plus x1 minus x2, that is 2 minus 0 by 2. On simplifying this, we get 2 plus or minus minus 2 by 2 and 2 minus or plus 2 by 2. So actually I can make it as two coordinates like 2 minus 2 by 2, 2 minus 2 by 2 and the other one 2 plus 2 by 2, 2 plus 2 by 2. So for C, we get 0, 0 or the other option is 2, 2. Whichever is given in the option, we can take that. If both are given, we can select both. Let us take the next question. Given two vertices, x1, y1 and x2, y2 of an equilateral triangle, then we have to find its third vertex. So in this equilateral triangle I have drawn, you are given the vertex A as x1, y1 and vertex B as x2, y2. To find the third vertex, the formula we have to use is x1 plus x2 plus or minus root 3 into y1 minus y2 by 2. This will give us x coordinate. y1 plus y2 minus or plus root 3 into x1 minus x2 by 2. This will give us the y coordinate. So a problem based on this formula, if the vertex A is given as 2, 0 and B as minus 2, 0 for an equilateral triangle ABC. So A vertex I will take 2, 0. B vertex I will take minus 2, 0. I don't know the third vertex C, which I have to find. So to find the third vertex, I will take x1 plus x2. That is 2 minus 2 plus or minus root 3 into y1 minus y2. That is 0 minus 0 by 2. Comma. Now y1 plus y2. So 0 plus 0 minus or plus root 3 into x1 minus x2. That is 2 minus minus 2 by 2. On simplifying this, I get 0 plus or minus root 3 into 0 by 2. And for y coordinate, 0 minus or plus root 3 into 4 by 2. So here on the whole, I'm going to get 0 only. Whereas here I'm going to get minus or plus 2 root 3. So the two options I can have is 0 minus 2 root 3 or 0 plus 2 root 3 for the third vertex. Let us go to question number 3 or point 3. In this, the circumcenter of a right angle triangle ABC, right angled at A, is given. You can see the diagram. This is the right angle triangle ABC. It is right angled at A. What do you mean by circumcenter? You have to draw perpendicular bisectors of all the three sides of the triangle. So bisector means midpoint, perpendicular line at midpoint. This is perpendicular bisector. First you have to take midpoint, then you have to take perpendicular. That is the second perpendicular bisector. Next you will take the midpoint of the third side, draw perpendicular here. That is the third perpendicular bisector. All the three perpendicular bisectors meet at circumcenter S. So the circumcenter is S, which we are going to find. Remember, the right angle triangle is right angled at A. So we get the circumcenter S by taking B plus C by 2. So how that is possible? We will look into the problem. So the circumcenter of right angle triangle ABC, right angled at A 3, 2. So A is 3, 2, where B and C are, B is 3, minus 4 and C is 7, 2. So in order to find the circumcenter, we will get X coordinate by taking B plus C by 2. So we will take the B X coordinate 3 plus C's X coordinate 7 by 2. And then for Y coordinate, again we will take B's Y coordinate minus 4 plus C's Y coordinate, that is 2 by 2. Remember, all the diagrams which I am drawing, they are just rough diagrams. These are not the exact diagrams. So don't depend on the diagrams completely. The diagrams will just give you an idea. And so on simplifying, we get 10 by 2, that is 5, minus 2 by 2, that is minus 1. Actually, in right angle triangle, the circumcenter will be exactly the midpoint of the hypotenuse. If you take the correct diagram, the circumcenter will be the midpoint of the hypotenuse. Let us take the fourth question. Orthocenter of a right angle triangle ABC, right angled at A. So in this diagram, the right angle is at A. Let us take the problem. But before that, we have to learn the formula. To find the orthocenter of a right angle triangle ABC, which is right angled at A, it is very, very simple. The orthocenter is the vertex A itself. This vertex A itself will be the orthocenter. So no formula at all. Now in the problem, If you have to find orthocenter of a right triangle ABC, where A is given as 3 comma 2, B is 3 comma minus 4, and C is 7 comma 2. Because the triangle is right angled at A, the orthocenter will be A itself. That is 3 comma 2 itself is the orthocenter of the right angled triangle, which is right angled at A. As such, no formula. Next is question number 5. Area of the triangle formed by x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. You can see the vertices of the triangle are given here in the diagram. So to find area, we use the formula half into determinant of x1 minus x3, x2 minus x3, y1 minus y3, y2 minus y3. This is the formula. So in a problem, if I give you area of the triangle formed by A is 3 comma 2, B is 3 comma minus 4, and C is 7 comma 2, and you have to find the area of the triangle. So you will write half into determinant of x1 minus x3, that is 3 minus 7, x2 minus x3, that is 3 minus 7 again, y1 minus y3, that is 2 minus 2, y2 minus y3, minus 4 minus 2. That means you have to take determinant of half into determinant of minus 4. Here also you will have minus 4, here 0, and here minus 6. So when you find the determinant, actually you will be multiplying minus 4 and minus 6, minus 0 and minus 4. That means you will have half into 24 minus 0. And so you will get area of the triangle as 12 square units. Coming to the next question. Area of the quadrilateral formed by x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3, x4, y4. We have any type of quadrilateral here with the 4 vertices given. Then, in order to find the area, we have to use the formula half into determinant of x1 minus x3, x2 minus x4, y1 minus y3, y2 minus y4. So in the problem, it's given that you have to find the area of the quadrilateral formed by A is 2 comma minus 1, B is 4 comma 3, C is minus 1 comma 2, D is minus 3 comma minus 2. The given vertices you have to take in a cyclic order. You should not change the order. And then you can use the formula to find the area. Half into x1 minus x3, 2 minus minus 1, x2 minus x4, 4 minus minus 3, y1 minus y3, minus 1 minus 2, y2 minus y4, 3 minus minus 2. Or further simplifying, we get 2 plus 1, that is 3, 4 plus 3, that is 7, minus 1 minus 2 minus 3, 3 plus 2, 5. And so when you find the determinant, you will multiply 3 and 5 minus 3 and 7. This will result in half into 15 plus 21, or it is half into 36. So the area of the quadrilateral is 18 square units. Let's see question number 7. X-axis divides the line segment joining x1, y1, x2, y2 in the ratio minus y1 is to y2. And y-axis divides the same line segment in the ratio minus x1 is to x2. If you look at the diagram, x-axis is dividing the line segment at this point, and the ratio will be minus x1 is to x2. This is how you can remember. Whereas y-axis is dividing the same line segment here. So the ratio will be for x-axis and y-axis. It will be different. When you take x-axis, it will be different. When you take y-axis, it will be different. So, first of all, what we are going to do is x-axis is dividing the line segment joining x1, y1 and x2, y2. So, because x-axis is dividing at this point P, you can take the ratio of the two parts as minus y1 is to y2. In order to remember exactly, this is how you have to write in the diagram. Whereas if you write the other one, y-axis is dividing the same line segment at Q. So in order to remember the ratio, we will write here minus x1 is to x2. This is the exact representation. I again and again remind you, this is just a rough diagram. And this is the way to remember. Actually, it is not the correct procedure, but we can remember it. Okay. So now, when you come to the question, x-axis is dividing the line segment joining x1, y1, x2, y2, that is 2 comma minus 4 and 6 comma 2 in the ratio minus y1 is to y2, that is 4 is to 2, or I can say 2 is to 1. The y-axis divides the same line segment in the ratio minus x1 is to x2, that is minus 1 is to 3. So in this way, you can use this formula. Coming to question number 8. If ABCD is a parallelogram, you are given the vertices A, B, and C, whereas you don't know the fourth vertex D. To find the fourth vertex D, the formula is A minus B plus C. So in the question, if the vertex A is given as 1, 6, B as 2, 5, C as 5, 1 in cyclic order, then the fourth vertex D you can find. First x coordinate, you will take x coordinate of A, that is 1, minus x coordinate of B, 2, plus x coordinate of C, that is 5. Similarly, y coordinates. Y coordinate of A minus y coordinate of B plus y coordinate of C. Or in other words, we are going to get 1 minus 2 is minus 1 plus 5, 4. 6 minus 5 is 1 plus 1, that is 2. In this way, we can get the fourth vertex. So like this, we have many more shortcut formulas, their applications in the formulas, and applications of the formulas in problems, which you can learn more and more in an interesting way.